technology, we talked about the indigenous technology on BSS system. I request all the speakers to join in the first row. That will be helpful. If you are sitting back, it will be a privilege to have you in the first row and enjoy.
So everyone, you must be having this water bottle on your table, yeah? So I request you to, if you can raise it just like maybe 30 centimeter above the table. 30 centimeter, like this, yeah. Okay. So anyway, I'm not going to show you any magic trick. I just want your attention towards this line. Store it when it's in excess. So it's equally relatable to water, energy, or any substance we think we should preserve for our coming generation. And that's where we work. Good enough energy as battery energy storage. So I am here. So I am here not as only as a founder of Good Enough Energy. I am someone who has been an aspirant to become an astronaut sometime. I am an aerospace engineer who was somewhere back in a decade before, 10 years and 11 years before, was thinking, okay, I'll explore the immense possibilities of universe, the unlimited potential of human being and so on. But later I got this challenge, the better challenge for our blue planet, our planet Earth. What is that? It's the challenge of energy independence and sustainability. And that's where we are. We are talking about that energy independence only. How come? It's somewhere in 2013, I came back to India with an intention, like I can't be the same person who is staying abroad and saying, India ka kuch nahi hoga, I have to learn and I have to earn, I'll go to some other state, I have to go to some other country and make my life successful. So I thought I'll be back and I'll do something meaningful for my nation, for my motherland, for mankind. And we started our first business in 2013 for lithium-ion batteries only. In 2019, I was having this amazement that certainly how we are moving towards successful nation. China and India were at same benchmark almost 40 years before. They had liberalization in 1978, we had liberalization in 1991. But what happened next? They are a step ahead, almost 20 times of our economy. They are going way ahead. And it's not because they are going ahead because they want to. It's because of the mindset they are having. We Indians have been carrying a mindset of instant gratification from last few decades. We believe in just importing, trading and making money and just keep on going. And that's where we don't invest in R&D. Just as a matter of fact, I would like to give you an idea about like the global average of investment from revenue stream is 2.2%. 2.2%. Countries like Sweden, Israel, Norway or other any developed country have been investing like 4% and 5%. Can you imagine how much India invests in R&D from the revenue stream? Any one of you? Any one of you have an idea? Okay, yeah, that's quite right. It's less than 1%. Just imagine, meager less than 1%. And we believe we will be progressive. Less than 1%. That's what we have been investing. I cross-analyzed why we are just doing this to our nation, this to our country. And I got to know that we believe by the time we will develop a new product, China would have developed something new. And they would have gone further, faster. And our investment in R&D would be in vain and we will be like in loss. So it's better just bring the same product and do it trading or just assembly, maybe for that matter. So for the same concept, we started our R&D firm, 3Geometry, where we invited all battery stakeholders just to have a common space of infrastructure where they don't have to invest. We will fast-pace their development, their new product development and engineering, and we have done successful work. We have catered some well-known companies, giants, industrial giants, MNCs also. We have worked for Saudi Arabia, we have worked for Etisalat, we have worked for multiple MNCs and some big companies like Ola Electric also. So after just doing that, we got to know, R&D can be done, but that's not something we are all about. We have to look into something different, which is more towards sustainability and renewable aspect. So I would like to ask you, okay, so sort of a journey, I'll just skip that. How many of you possess the best smartphone here? the best one?
All of us have the best.
Who? Best.
All of us have the best.
Which one you having?
I have a Samsung.
Samsung. Anyone else?
iPhone.
iPhone. iPhone 15 Pro, someone? Okay. So probably I'll understand like 15 Pro or maybe the sir is using Samsung. How long you have been using, sir?
This one is just a month old.
Month old?
I've lost 3, stolen,
Yeah.
broken.
Yeah. I understand, like maybe many people have been using iPhone or some advanced phone, but the fact is your best phone will gonna be best for a while only. In September, somewhere in some corner of the world, maybe in Barcelona, iPhone 16 will be launched and your phone will not gonna be best anymore. Yes. So the best has a very short life, very meager life, but good enough stays for longer. That's what we feel. The pragmatic stuff. Think pragmatic. What can run, a technology which can run sustainably for a longer time, that is a reliable technology. A technology which is for a meager time is not a technology at all. And that's why we named Good Enough Energy. Would like to have to introduce you with our part, the Good Enough Energy intro. Please.
India, a country known for its diverse culture, nature, and resources, is now recognized as one of the fastest growing economies in the world. Being the front runner, India is deeply concerned about increasing pollution levels and increasing dependency on fossil fuel generated electricity, which has greatly contributed to the situation. Is this good enough? No. We need to change this. We need to change this for our future generations. We need to change the way we generate and use energy. We need to change the way we store and manage energy. Introducing Good Enough Energy, where we reshape how we store and manage energy. Proudly made in India, Good Enough is here to offer a sustainable alternative, ensuring not only operational excellence, but also enhanced efficiency and reliability of energy. Our vision is powered by the next-gen manufacturing setup, the steam counters, and proprietary technology, driving us towards a greener, more sustainable future. Our mission is to cut India's fossil fuel reliance and support the 2030 renewable energy goal and CO2 rate. Store energy when it's in excess and use when you need it. Our innovative battery energy storage systems caters to diverse energy storage needs, starting with a few kilowatts to many megawatts. Our solutions are technically best suited for residential buildings to data centers, hospitals to malls, industries to shopping complexes, commercial buildings to education sectors, and on-grid to off-grid use. This battery energy storage revolution needs a big transformation, demands a big team. We invite all of you to come together and work to make our world much cleaner for our future generations. Now is the time to change. It's the time to be more efficient. It's the time to store and manage energy in a better way. It's the time to be a good enough generation. Good enough energy, the better way.
Great. So I introduced you like, okay, I came back, but where did I came back from? So let me tell you, being an aerospace engineer, I was in UK, I was in France, I lived in Sweden, worked research with Volvo Cars and Chalmers University. I have seen a big paradigm of Europe where and how they have been using, managing and storing energy. And how they have this energy sovereignty. And when I came back, I realized, till date, we are sitting in 2024, our reliance on fossil fuels is such alike, we import 78% of fossil fuel, which costs us almost $100 billion. $100 billion, a big whopping number. It includes coal, gas, and fuel. So if we shift only 10% of this fossil fuel to renewable, we will save $10 billion. $100 billion, 10%, simple mathematics. This $10 billion just not only save and help our Indian economy to just cultivate into some way, we also help our environmental impact. India has been incurring 8.5% of GDP on health issues because of air pollution. 8.5%. But how does this can happen? If you see this graph, so this is India's economy. We have been importing crude oils and putting some impact over the trade deficit. We import more, export less, creating another depletion into the economy, repeat devaluation. Whereas if we do it other way, the renewable energy with solar energy and a BESS, maybe from Good Enough Energy or somewhere else, it doesn't matter, but it will reduce the dependency on import, and thus it will increase the forex reserves we are having. And so does it improves the less trade deficit and the appreciation of Indian economy. And that's how we can help India to grow in terms of economic and health impacts also. So with the same vision, we got to know like India has been into fastest growing pace. We all know that India is growing very fast. Yeah, we call it always, we celebrate we are fastest growing economy and so on. But there is a dramatic realization about it. If you understand, we India have 50% of our GDP coming from service sector. And that service sector is what? Maybe IT sector, maybe software development, textile manufacturing. But the textile manufacturing fabric is coming from China only. We are the largest diamond cutting service provider country in the world, but diamond comes from somewhere only. So where the maximum value proposition lies? The maximum value proposition lies in manufacturing and the product value addition and the technology development. But we just do the meager thing of servicing things. Think about now is the era of AI and ChatGPT. What will happen if this IT sector has been taken over by these AI models? What will happen to our GDP? This is a matter of concern. We should all think about it. It's not only service sector. There are many industries which we have in this overtaken, and that's the fastest growing economy we're calling ourselves. So we have to look into pragmatically at how we can just control this. And with the same thought process, we are launching our India's largest BESS factory, having somewhere about 7 gigawatt-hour of facility in Jammu Kashmir, which will be expanded to 20 gigawatt-hour in 2027. And we are investing 150 CR by and large in the first year as an initial investment. 450 CR will be our total commitment. So by and large, what we can see, we know by 2027, as per NITI Aayog and many other reports, 226 gigawatt-hour is the battery energy storage requirement for India itself. We will be catering meager 20% of it. So that's what we are talking about. So 20% of battery energy storage system will be catered by Good Enough Energy as required by our nation. And in the same process, there is something which I would like to talk about, the EVs. We all have been talking about. So how many of you have been driving EV, electric cars? Is there someone? Oh wow, only 2 individuals, 3. Anyone else? Oh. So why are you driving EV, sir?
Economic, if you purely cheaper, like the energy cheaper, conventional one, like as compared to petrol.
Wow.
The second one is riding is smooth.
Wow.
But it is for short distance.
Yeah.
For the city ride, not for the long distance.
Okay. And you, sir, why you have been driving?
Because I'm into the EV business.
Great. Yeah, it's like something as a status symbol then for you. Great. So we have been thinking like EV is something which is environment friendly and so on, but considerably most of the energy which we are using today is coming from fossil fuel. It's almost the energy mix of 70%, 70 to 75% coming from fossil fuels only. We may think it's coming as a clean and green, but whatever electricity you are having in your houses also is coming from coal mix and something which is not essentially a renewable resource. So by and large, every unit, every kilowatt hour of energy you are using in your house is producing 1 kilogram of carbon dioxide. that sort of emission. With our 7 gigawatt of capacity, we will be saving almost 5 million ton of carbon emission by catering, which is as equivalent to the national target of Indian National Railway, and that's where we are progressing towards. So, these are some factors and features which I'll talk about. Before that, I'll ask you to just please run a video which will give you an insight about how our product is. So, by and large, these are some selling features. So you see there are some features. So it's somewhat like we have developed in last 3 years. So we have done a rigorous engineering just to develop a product which is thermally stable and can run in the atmospheric conditions of India and the tropical countries having high temperatures like 45 degrees and Middle East like 50 degrees. We say it's coming with 12 years of warranty and 25 years of service life, and you may be amazed why and how this could be possible. Yeah. So so we have done some bit of electrochemical engineering also. We have customized ourselves with a graphene doped anode with a easy flow movement of ions and the controlling of temperature with this proprietary thermal management system, which creates something which is a stable temperature of 25 degrees Celsius. It doesn't matter what the ambient temperature is, maybe 60 degree plus or minus 20. But anyway, you must have been knowing Tata Nexon EV has been coming with 8 years of warranty and 2,000 cycles. Here our cell is coming with 10,000 cycles, which is 5 times more. So analytically it becomes 5 8 of 40, but we are not saying 40 years, it's 25 years of service life because there are multiple components in the system which are less life component as compared to cell itself. We are in compliance with UL 9540A, which is the most stringent standard of battery energy storage system. And though not to the least, it's not about the warranty and the product, it's about the performance and the longevity of the technology, which we feel it will sustain for a longer time and it will serve the purpose of India. Certainly, I am on a mission just to create the sustainability and renewable energy and energy sovereignty and energy independence of India. I believe I have to have a team of people and participants and stakeholders like you who are climate warriors. And I know every one of you is a climate warrior, but if I have to choose the best one, it will be very difficult for me. But if I have to choose a good enough climate warrior, I know you are good enough, you are good enough, you are good enough, and so am I. Thank you.